Are you ready?
Yep.
Hello, I am Brad, reporting for Alt Corner at this year's 2000 Trees, and I'm joined with...
I'm James Brown from Pulled Apart by Horses.
Awesome. So, how are you today?
Great, the sun's shining, I'm at a festival, there's wine, possibly everything. Yeah, that's
exactly.
it, that's everything.
Awesome. So how was the acoustic set earlier?
It was good, it was kind of unplanned. We arrived in the van and then a friend of ours who was running the whole thing saw us arrive and the doors opened, she just grabbed us and went, "You're doing an acoustic session." We were like, so yeah, it was kind of unplanned, but it was quite nice to do because I don't want to sound weird, but having an acoustic guitar in the sun, I sound like a hippie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of nice.
It must be quite different as well from like your normal stuff to doing
it's the like polar opposites. Yeah.
That's cool. So let's begin by talking about your album Blood, which was absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
And received numerous good reviews and led you guys to actually charting in the top 40 album chart. So how proud are you of that album?
Oh, immensely. Like we put a lot of time and effort into it. It's the first time we've actually stopped touring and written a record to write a record.
Yeah.
And the two previous albums, we recorded the first one in 7 days. And the second one was done in about 12 days.
Yeah.
So this time we were like, let's see what happens if we, spend 8 weeks recording an album. So that's what Blood's the product of, taking our time.
That's awesome. So your style combines a lot of different genres and obviously influences. How do you arrive at your sound and what influences your music?
It's a really tough one with us when people talk about what influences us, because each member of the band is a songwriter. We don't have one songwriter, and each of us all have we've got a shared love of like Nirvana and bands like Rage Against the Machine and stuff. But who doesn't? Yeah. But we've all got our own little kind of loves and stuff. I'm like a massive fan of Radiohead and the Jesus Lizard and At the Drive-In, and I think like what Horses is about. And kind of the name kind of says it all. It's kind of like a melting pot. It's all these different ideas from different influences, all kind of like in one. We've all got our own little thing going on, and that's kind of what awesome. makes the band, I guess.
It's so nice to listen to bands that try to make fresh music and just combine loads of stuff. Whereas like instead of making the same sounding, stuff that you've heard a million times over. So it's really nice.
I really like punk and stuff and like heavy metal and stuff, but the people that the creators of that and made it and did it, it's like how would you top that? I don't know how you do it.
So now that Blood has been out for nearly a year, when does your attention turn to a new release?
Weirdly, we started writing the new album about 2 months ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I don't know what's happened. We're just on a bit of a roll. It's just it seems to just be working. It's just coming out. So we're kind of well underway now, which is weird because it feels like we're still touring Blood.
Yeah.
But we've almost nearly got a new album.
So what can we expect from it then so far?
Whoa, I wouldn't want to give the game away, but there's at the moment there's a lot of riffs.
Kind of going down the shoegaze route.
No. Like it could have definitely gone that way with Blood, but at the moment there's a lot of riffs in the practice room, like riffs.
Riff City then.
Yeah.
That is cool. So you've recently been announced for Leeds Festival, and you've described it as a special event for yourselves. Why is it so special?
We played Leeds and Reading. Well, we didn't. We were booked to do Leeds and Reading last year.
Yeah.
Festival on the main stage, and we played Reading the first day, and we got to Leeds Festival, and unfortunately Rob, our bassist, had a collapsed about 20 minutes before we were due on main stage. So everything was prepped and ready to go, and unfortunately we couldn't play, so we had to pull out last minute, which was, I think it was the most difficult thing that we've ever had to deal with. It was really hard. So amazingly, like Leeds Festival and Reading's kind of our home.
Yeah.
And they've asked us back this year to kind of headline the Thursday night, the opening night of the festival, which is just unbelievable for us. So it's a very special thing because it's like our home, Leeds.
Yeah.
And it's Leeds Festival, and
it's probably the festival you went to.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. So, you know, we're kind of honoured to have been asked back because they didn't need to do that. But
that's really cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be we've got some tricks up our sleeves for that one.
Look forward to it. So, what is your opinion on stage diving and mosh pits?
Oh, great question. I think now, especially in England, it's frowned upon. It's you know, it's a very dangerous thing to be doing, and that's only because certain bands that I won't name make it dangerous.
Yeah.
And they're kind of spoiling it for everyone else. Yeah. Because all that happens now is you go to venues and there's like posters on the wall saying no crowd surfing. It's like that's what everyone used to do. That's the kind of music it is. So we love it. We like go for it. So I still do it now. But you know, it's difficult, and I can understand why there's health and safety at venues, and I appreciate that. But it's not the venue's fault. It's these people that are ruining it for everyone else, essentially.
So what artists are you currently listening to right now?
I'm listening to a guy called Mike Venart at the moment.
He's here as well, isn't he?
Yeah. But unfortunately we're leaving tonight, and he was from a band called Ocean Size, and
and he's got his new album out. It's really cool,
I'm listening to his new album at the moment. I think he obviously plays guitars with Biffy Clyro, but I think he's had some time on tour to write.
Yeah.
And he's been writing for however long he's been touring with them, and he's just made this incredible album.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, I recommend it like so much. It's amazing. But yeah, I'm listening to that.
Yeah, that's really cool. So will you be playing any new songs tonight?
No.
Or are you going to go back and play some golden oldies?
It's a bit of a mix-up. I mean, we're dying to play some new ones, but they're not ready really. Yeah. But I think we might do it later on in the festival season, like maybe in August. But no, unfortunately not
okay,
tonight.
So we always end our interviews with a lucky dip question. Some are serious.
A lucky
dip, yeah.
Oh god.
Some are serious, some are silly.
I thought you said lucky dick.
No, that would be a weird ending to an interview. But yeah, so you basically have to pick A, B or C.
B.
Right. What is the strangest gig you've ever played and why?
The strangest gig I've ever played was a gig for I won't name the company, but a clothing company that make jeans.
Right.
And we went to Norwich and we played an in-store in their jeans outlet.
Wow.
And when we arrived, I don't think they kind of realised what kind of band we are and what happens. And it was just this really ornate, well-presented, set-out jeans store. And we were like, guys, you're going to have to move.
It's funny because I'm actually from Norwich, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we kind of it was very, very surreal, and there was a lot of surprised people from that company going, we shouldn't have booked them.
I like it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Thanks so much.
No worries. Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.